Hi everybody, it's Jay Aquarius. It's me. Um, so welcome to my one interview audio. The official audio interview for my project, one, which is an EP that is out now on SoundCloud, on Reverb Nation, and YouTube, Jay Aquarius. One. So let's get into it. Let's start. Who is Jay Aquarius? Well, Jay Aquarius, he is an singer, um, pop R&B soul singer. He does other stuff every now and then as well, like hip hop, maybe a little reggaeton, or something else. But his real name is Jordan Cooper. He's from Buffalo, New York. How Jay Aquarius came into play. Um, I was looking for different nicknames in high school for my artist name. And I thought, I wonder, people will call me Jay because of Jordan. So, okay, Jay, what else? Jay, C is not going to work. J-A, no. J-A-C, no. For me, it was a no. But um, yeah, so that was I was looking for the name, and Jay Aquarius came to me. Well, Aquarius came to me in high school because of Aquarius, and I don't know, I was spelling it wrong at first. Now I have put the O in there. I'm like, I should keep this. I don't know, I like this. I gotta do something with this. So I started joining it with Jay Aquarius, but the flow came from just playing with it, and I found a solid structure when I started looking up different ways of saying Aquarius, and I found out in Italian it's Aquario, and it's Aquarius in English, so Aquarios. Excuse me, yeah, Aquarios. So that's how the name came up, and that's who Jay Aquarius is. He's a loving and fun person, and he's just energetic and he's wild, but he's a mystery box. So you never know. Just like Jordan Cooper, you never know. What brought me to music is I was I was basically just what was it, when I was a kid, I was doing music at 5 or 6 years old. I started doing music, but that was like I was in elementary school doing after school program, music class. I was learning to do playing different instruments. Um, I wasn't really into it though. Honestly, I had to do it because it was based on requirements. But what I really liked to do at the time was draw and watch cartoons, play video games, live that kind of life. Um, by the time I got older, and I don't know, I was watching Sister Act and Sister Act 2, and Ryan Toby, him really, I think him and Whoopi really sparked it. For me, and I decided just singing around. I don't know, I decided toying with it, and yeah, what was it? My big influences, which are Tony Braxton, Left Eye, TLC, and as well, just TLC, but mainly Lisa, and Janet Jackson. They inspired me to push forward with it all, and Lil Kim. Um, I think Aaliyah too. I think I'm not sure. Yeah, she played a role, but she wasn't as vital as everybody else. Um, yeah. So when I started writing when I was in at the end of elementary school in seventh, eighth, seventh, no, seventh grade. Yeah, I think I started writing in seventh. Was it seventh grade? I was in elementary school when I started writing music. I wrote my first rap in elementary school, but I didn't start writing anymore um until after I graduated and I started going into high school. Um, when I got to high school, I started writing more and more rap lyrics, more and more rap lyrics and sometimes hooks for singers. But I thought, okay, am I going to be a songwriter, or do I want to be, or am I going to be an underground ghostwriter for rappers? Cause that's some great stuff, but I was just like, I'm not sure if who's gonna do this. And I said, why not be that person, or at least to demo it out. You know what I'm saying? As time went on, it no longer became a thing to really at that moment pitch music to other artists. I was just doing my own thing. I was I was just writing raps and shit, and I would be at home writing and and just rapping to myself, and I would try to sing, but I wasn't really as skilled as I am now. Nowhere near. Like, I'm at 10 compared to I was at 1. So um I was writing music, and I just, like, left eye help inspired me to write raps, and to start rapping, and Lil Kim as well, to be more adventurous, in different areas when it comes to writing raps. Um, those two, and then when it came down to dancing, because I can dance as well. Some of y'all don't know, if you haven't seen me live yet. Janet Jackson has been a big inspiration when it comes to dancing, like Beyonce as well, TLC. But when it comes down to in general, like hardcore dancing, like the kind of dance that actually makes me feel good at the end of the day, really, really good. And no, I feel like I'm in a better place. It's doing a Janet Jackson routine that I know. The songs, yeah, there's the songs I know choreography too, but there's I love doing it live, like If and All For You. Love it so much. I love it. Why did I name my EP One is because after the natural deed is done, it all shall come back to one. That's the slogan I came up with for the album. One is just, this is the start. This is the first step. This is the beginning. This is the center. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the center. The center is me. I come to me every now and then. You know what I'm saying? One, the peace. That's why I named the album One. It had other titles, like first it was called Decisions, and then I changed it, and I decided to call it A Piece of Me, which is part of the song Why. A piece of me. So that's where I got that from. Yeah. Destiny. Destiny, I wrote that song. Half the songs on the album I wrote in high school. No, actually 3 of the songs I wrote in high school. All years ago. I ended up like recreating as the years gone on, and Destiny is one of them. For Destiny, I first wrote that song when I was 15. The chorus always stood there, but I wrote that song when I was 15. It was actually a rap song. Like I said, in high school, I was rapping. So the verse is actually supposed to have been rap, like Destiny called the time I met you. Da 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 da. That's what it was supposed to have been. And it's supposed to feature the second verse actually supposed to have been done by my then best friend, Shakira, but she wasn't serious about it, so it was like whatever. So that I ended up saying, okay, I just abandoned the song. How the song even came about was because I was in this relationship with this guy, in a hot pocket relationship. If you don't know me, you know. If you don't know, you'll find out what I mean by hot pocket relationships. Um, so yeah, so Destiny came from from that hot pocket relationship, and I left him for somebody else, and I realized, the grass isn't always greener. And me and him, not only did I miss him, but he missed me too. So we ended up coming back together, and that's what the song was about, reuniting, coming back to center. one. That's what it was. Like, hey, what was the point? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Shit did what we had to do, and we realized, this was it. Um, this was it. And the beat was made like this idea. I found it online, with a lot of the other songs. Um, it just spoke to me. I loved it. I didn't expect to have a Latin flavor at all. I was just like, hey, it's just gonna be a hip hop R&B straight beat. I don't know. I didn't have a beat. I didn't have beats when I was in high school. I got beats after I started collecting when I was graduating. Technically when in high school, but you know what I mean. I was on my way out the door my senior year. Um, yeah, I loved it. And as the years going on, I kept, flipping with the beat. And I released a demo version years ago. Well, it was the actual version then, but my voice, every time I went to the studio, my vocals grew. So I was like, okay, when I got to the studio to do the song one last time, Sean was like, Jordan, you can't do it like how you did it before. Your voice is way too strong now. You gotta use it. I'm like, you goddamn right. I should. So I took his advice and I did it, and I love it a lot, much more. And it's just like you can hear me a lot more, and it's like a sigh of relief when I sing it. Um, I saw his personality. I wrote that song in high school as well. And originally intended the verses to be um, uh, like half rap, half song. Definitely, I mean, like the Destiny, I made that rap song. With this song, it's supposed to have that kind of like that idea, but not that same structure. It's supposed to have a different type of swing, like half the verse rap, half the verse thing, or some shit like that. And I said, fuck it. As it was going on, I decided, I became a singer, and I said, okay, forget it. I'm just gonna just flip the verses and make it more comfortable for me as a singer. Um, it was just, and it piggybacked off an old song I did called Unpredictable. I ended up giving it to my one of my friends, Carrie Faye, and she has the song now. Still, I'm still credited as the writer, sole writer of the song. Um, so yeah. But yeah, I saw his personality kind of piggyback off that song a little bit, but also his personality. It also made by the beat also made by Dislike D Music. Was about this guy with not a relationship. I was just highly infatuated with him, and I was accepting the fact that I'm really into him, like and at that time I thought he was into me. He said it and he showed it, but as time goes on, shit happens. So that's what it was. Um, at the moment, you know what I'm saying? I was in the moment, I was feeling them, and I was just, I wrote about him. And I kept flipping the lyrics as time went on, even though my feelings changed about him. I kept flipping the lyrics like, okay, let me make this a little bit less about the situation and more inspirational. So that's what I did with that song. I flipped it. Um, I flipped, and the funny thing is I recorded that song 3 times. Destiny, I recorded that song 3 times, I think. I didn't finish it the first time, but the second time I did it was a demo, and the third time I did it was the finished version. When it came to Outside's personality, I did that song 3 times. Wasn't too proud of the first version. The second version I made, I released it online December 2016, but I was not comfortable with the chorus at all. Like, I was just not comfortable with the chorus. I was not that comfortable with it. And I had to make some changes to, at least, to my fitting, to make me feel a lot better about the song. Yeah, so I saw his personality. Venus. I love this song. It's hard for me to choose a favorite song. At first, when I first finished the project, this was my most favorite song on the project. This is Sean's favorite song on the project. Sean is my sound engineer for the project. I went to his studio. I recorded the songs with him. He mixed, mastered. Code Gnarly Generation Studios. What's up? Yeah. So I did that with him. And this was his favorite song for the project. It didn't make the album. because it's a cover to Jay Sean's song, R&B singer Jay Sean, British R&B singer Jay Sean, um, song Mars. It's a response song to him. Um, I took the lyrics and I flipped it. It features Rick Ross, but I stripped Rick Ross' verse from the song, and I wrote my own third verse, and it's just beautiful. I sang my face off on that song, and I love it. I love the song a lot. My vocals really shine on that record, and I love it. It's sad that there's such vocal flexibility being showed in that song that for copyright reasons it can't be released right now. So. Um, but the song is about just getting high and getting wasted, you know what I'm saying? But not with just anybody or by yourself and being sad or something like that. It's about doing it with somebody that you're in love with or you're just highly infatuated with, or someone that you really, really feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a one-on-one type of thing, you know. So it could be a polygamous thing. That's up to y'all, but to me, it's just it's just an intimate song, and it's just that's what it is. Instead of Mars, I use Venus because Venus, I don't know, I feel more of a connection with Venus than I do Mars. And I just decided to use it in the breakdown, talk about it a little bit. Let's go for a ride, gravity just right, erupt all the time, love and beauty ignite. So in the album, on the song, that was supposed to be the third song in the album, and the mid track, because the album was supposed to have 5 songs, but when I uploaded the songs, SoundCloud immediately stripped Venus from the market. So I said, I'm not about to go through this with anything else. So I said, forget it. This is going to be a hidden bonus track, the hidden 5th track. And anybody wants it, I can pass it to them in the email. So let me know. I will send it to you. Okay. Take Me. Now that song is not on the album, but I do want to talk about that song. So Take Me. It first started off as a song called Borders Jumped. I wrote it in high school. I wasn't gonna keep it. I was gonna pass. I honestly, I think that was the first song I thought about. That was the very first song I thought about passing to somebody. It was called Borders Jump. I have the lyrics somewhere still, but I decided. Well, I did the song. I found the beat. The beat by what was it? The Music Majors. The beats by the Music Majors. Very old beat of theirs. I found it online. I don't know. I love it. I loved. I did the song. I put it out there. People liked it, but the responses were kind of mixed because they were like, because Borders Jump was about it's just like it's supposed to be a song about, I don't know. I thought of a slow dance when I heard the song. But a lot of people were like, Jordan, this has more of a sex appeal, and you have a sultry voice. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that you have a sultry voice and this you have a sexy beat, but you're making it about a sad situation. Because the song was about like, this is it, like, this is the last time we're gonna be together. So like a breakup type of song. So like a goodbye song. But I decided as time went on, I was no longer comfortable with the song. My vocals grew. I saw all the errors in the song, and I said, forget it. Let me scrap this shit. So, but I love the beat. I'm like, maybe I should redo the song. Like, I should re-sing it. I was listening to it, and I was like, nah, like a whole new chorus started coming to my head, newer lyrics, a whole more melody, a different melody that actually suited my voice a lot better. That wasn't so challenging. It was more comfortable and soothing for my voice. So and I'm writing it more about exactly what it should have been about in the first place, sex. So that's what Take Me is about, and I just titled it Take Me. Will it be on a project? You will find out. Will it be the same? You will find out. You will find out. Bad Blood. Now, Bad Blood, that song I did with Hooked on Casiophonics. For you that don't, for y'all don't know, while recording, I was in a music group called Hooked on Casiophonics. It's a local group here in Buffalo, New York. It was me, Jay Aquarius, Pamazon, one of my closest friends, Rock Nuts, and Miggy J. I was the R&B soul in the group. I was the last bloomer in the group. It started with Pamazon. Pamazon was called Hooked on Casiophonics, and then she started working with Rock Nuts at a show. And Miggy J, she came into the place. Like, Pam was just making beats in the group, and she was background singing. She became a background singer in the group. When Rock Nuts joined, and he was having all these songs, and she would sing them. But it was kind of challenging when you have to make all these beats and play all these beats, because she had a ton of instruments on stage. Every time we performed, she had keyboards on deck and like a mixer and every damn thing. She was a whole one-woman show behind us. And she would sing backup, or she would lead sing. So hey, but when Miggy J came, and she kind of made it a little more easier, because Miggy J was the rap singer in the group. Rodness was more smooth rap. Like, he's smooth, he's cool with it. Like, he's just, I don't know, he's like Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always say he look and act like Snoop Dogg in some areas. Not act, but look and sound like Snoop Dogg. So he had that cool vibe in his voice, but Miggy had that New York sound in her voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had that grittiness. She still has it. She still has that grittiness in her voice. Has that reggae in her voice too. Like, she can go, island, and it's beautiful. So she brought that flavor to the group. Rodness brought the smooth hip hop flavor to the group. Pam brought the instrumental, the EDM music, EDM dance, house music. And she would sing, soul, just like Miggy J, she would sing soul. But I was more of a leader in that area when I came, in the group. So she'll come through and she'll do a verse, or she'll come in and do a part, But she was like tearing it up when being the beat maker, and she would harmonize with me too. So it was just beautiful. I loved it so much. It was just amazing. I really enjoyed my time in the group when it came to performing. Like, performing was off the hook, especially when Miggy J was in the group. Man, oh my gosh. The 4-part harmonies were amazing. Just amazing. Pam can sing her face off. Miggy can sing. I never heard her use her voice. I never heard her use her voice like that, but she can rap her face off, and Rodness can rap his face off too. Everybody's, amazing. What was it? So, but how Bad Blood came into play is that it was one of the, when I joined the group, they already had a list of songs, but they like, Jordan, you need more leads. So I decided coming up with leads. And this was the first lead. I had another song I did with them that was a lead called Dream Reality, which is a solo song of mine, which will be on the future project that you will see Take Me On. Bad Blood was the first song I actually introduced to the group, like already written, but I didn't use yet. I was already using Dream Reality, but I didn't use it I didn't use Bad Blood, so I used Bad Blood with the group. And and in the group, I started doing the song, like Pam was just harmonizing with me. I was hoping that, Rodness and Miggy J would do something, but, it's after, have my own type of thing going or whatever. So, yeah, that's how Bad Blood came to play. It would have been up tempo, but I had to tell Pam, we got to slow it down a little bit. And it came out just dark and beautiful. I love it so much. Bad Blood is awesome. I can't remember what sparked the writing of that song. I wrote that song in 2014. I think I wrote it that year. Yeah, I wrote it a couple of years ago. I don't remember. It was after high school, but I don't remember. I think it was in 2014. I was just writing. Now, some people were, at that point they thought of, Bad Blood, not Katy Perry. God damn, I done messed up the name. No, not Katy Perry. Taylor Swift. She had her song called Bad Blood out. At the same time, I decided to introduce our new song, Bad Blood. Like her joint literally just came out when I handed it out to the group. So everybody was just like, oh my gosh, they are thinking about, Taylor Swift. But I was like, nah, like if you just listen to the song alone, the beat would even tell you this is not even what she's talking about. Like she's talking about, we got problems, we need to solve it, let's fight. Let's ignite the problem. I'm just like, no, let's cut the bullshit. we don't need no more drama. We got enough bad blood. Leave the heat in the sauna and let that water overflood. Leave it alone. Shit. So that's how bad. That's bad blood. Now back to the album. Looking back, why were we friends? That song, man. That song. That song that was the newest song in the project, mind you. I came up with that song about a year or two ago, 2015. I had started writing that song. What was it? I was looking for some beats online. Chevy Trav made this beat. He made the beat to Dreamreality and some other songs you will be hearing. Chevy Trav, he made the beat. Amazing beat maker. He's really, really good. Really, really talented beat maker. He damn. I was searching for beats online. I was gonna do a duo with this guy. He sings and we were gonna do this duet, but we were searching for beats. And I'm like, let me go through the beat makers that I have. You know what I'm saying? So I started surfing through this ID. I searched through the music majors, and I was surfing through Chevy Trav, and I just like, This song came up a beat called Looking Back. That's what it was just called, Looking Back. I was just listening to it. He said, and I'm like, no, this beat is hot. So I just kept it. I kept scrolling for the songs for us. That didn't happen, but yeah, I just kept the beat on me. I just loved it. I was just like, cause I was like, at this point I was like, I can't look for any more beats, cause I have enough beats on deck. I have tons and tons of beats, and I'm still collecting beats. I'm still listening to beats. I'm still shopping for beats. I love it. So I was just I started thinking about the song, and I just let it sit, and it just resonated, and I just started thinking about the chorus came back to me. It just came to me. Looking back, I should have known you weren't the one to depend on, and I just started reflecting on my past friendships. One particular called the Winter Cleanup. Like I said, if you know me, you know. If you don't know, then you just don't know. You might find out in the future about this one. You might. But it's mainly about that winter cleanup situation where it was just a series of friendships this leaving out my life. Whether it was by my choice or somebody else's choice. It was just like a whole season of cleaning of friendships. And that's what the song mainly is about. You know what I'm saying? Like people like snakes, you know what I'm saying? They could call you sister, brother, mother, father, you know what I'm saying? But shit happens, you know what I'm saying? So that's what the song's about. I recorded that song 5 times when I brought it to Sean. 5 times. It came out so differently. Every time like I said, every time I go to the studio, my vocals were growing. So my vocals were really, really shining as I kept recording the song. And the thing is that the 4th time was supposed to have been the last time. I had did a live stream of the mixing session on Facebook. Now, this was the last song we mixed for the project. We were going to the mixing stages. He couldn't find the song anymore. He could not find the last session we did with the song. I was so pissed, because I'm like, damn, like that was the better version. And I'm like, what the hell? So, at that moment, we had to take all recordings for that song, and I had on the spot I had to go into the booth and re-record some parts that I just didn't think was that good. And as you listen to the song, you'll notice how my voice gets softer. Um, because half the song was done previously when I first started doing the song, and the other half was during the mixing stages. Um, so yeah, like, and the funny thing is, a lot of people like that song. I didn't think it was gonna be the best song in the project because of that. You know what I'm saying? People come up to me like, "Listen, Jordan, that's your best song in the project." I'm like, "Huh?" And it's close people to me, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's growth. It made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? It's something I didn't think was that great. It's great to them, and that's the best thing. Um, so I love it. Um, Looking back, why were we friends? Man, now why? Why was my favorite song on the project? When I first finished the project, that was immediately my favorite one because I just felt like I just let it out. Like I was, it was just artistically different. Um, Now, here's the thing. The beat is made by Disladi, the same one who did not Looking Back, the one that did Destiny and I Saw Personality made this beat as well. Um, why I wrote that song when I was in high school. That song is about just you're just tired of pain in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking back is the aftermath of just cutting people loose, and now you're just reflecting. Why is about being in this situation where you just have to be that person to, just listen. I'm not about to drive this any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to keep being that person that's waiting for you to say something, or I'm not about to sit here and wait for you to say something because I'm feeling some type of way and I need to talk to you. There's an unresolved issue that we need to talk about. We've been dodging it. We have to address it. Coming to center. One, destiny. Reuniting. The coming back to center. One, I said finality. Coming to center. Coming to the acceptance that you're infatuated with somebody. One, Venus is about coming to center with somebody that you love on a more heightened level. Centered. One. Looking back is about this is like you going back around the cycle and just taking a look back, but you're coming back to yourself and remember that you have, responsibility in this. So it's a collection of all that with why. Why is like, okay, I understand that we came to, I've accepted the situation. We've enjoyed the situation. But I've been doing some thinking. And I think we need to talk. So that's what the song's about. I wrote it in high school, and that was actually the first song I ever completed. I went to the studio. I finished the song when I was in high school. It was literally May 2011. I was a month before my graduation. I had finished the song. I went to the studio, and one of my old friends. Now, mind you, I actually first finished the song, and when I did it, I had a rapper on it. I had a rapper on the song. His name was Josh Hudson. What was it? I just I think I was late to the studio, or I came on time. Either way, when I came to the studio, he was recording, and I'm like, okay, supposed to be my moment, but whatever. So he was there, and he was like, "Hey, Jordan." I was like, oh, shit! Like, hey, what's up? I know you could rap, but I know you could sing. So what was it? We listened to the song, listened to the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? We started looking at what we were just like, we got to do a song like right now. So we just looked online and looked up some beats, and I came across I was flipping through lyrics and I found why. And I found why, and he was going through his phone. I go, yeah, I have this in my phone that match your song. So the engineer was looking for beats. He was cussing me out at the same time. Like, Jordan, you gotta have something when you come here. You can't just keep coming here. And it, it to me, it shouldn't matter to me. But at the same time, it's like you need to make sure when you come to the studio. It's one of the many things I've learned because this was my second time, literally my second time going to a studio and recording. You know what I'm saying? So, well, for my own music. That was the second time I went to studio to record for my own music. I had what was it? I had did the song. We found the beat online. He ripped it and he played it for us. Well, we played for us. We loved it. He ripped it, whatever the order goes. Josh did his verse. I did my verses. He did his verse again. He did 2 verses on the song, and his verses were good. But what was it? The song lacked a lot. I dropped it in high school as well. Like everybody was listening to it. Some people heard some potential in the song, but they weren't sure about the vocal production as well because it was very, very poor. That was my first time finishing a song singing. So yeah, so I had finished that song, and I had I don't know, like because I wasn't that vocally comfortable with the song, um I was like, okay, let me redo the song. I found this beat that same year. I've been sitting on that beat, Destiny, Outside Personality beat for 6 years. And the fact that they come out and they sound fresh still, to me they sound fresh. I enjoy them, I love them. So, yeah, so I had found that beat to Y 6 years ago in 2011, and I want to hit Josh to do the song with me again. I just wanted to work more on my vocals. That didn't happen. And as time went on, I'm like, okay, I feel like if I'm gonna do a song, I should do it with somebody. So I had another singer, Cambry. He was supposed to do the song with me, but and I ended up choosing somebody else. I had this guy named Adrian. He was supposed to have done the song with me, but that didn't happen either. And I was like, why should I just lean on somebody to get the song done? So I just got it done on my own. It still came out great. I love it so much. It came out really, really good. I enjoy the song a lot. I think it's really, really good, and especially the structure. I did not make the structure the way a typical artist would structure a song, how I typically structure the songs throughout the project. People would have the verse, the chorus, repeated. When the chorus came back in, I made a different chorus. I flipped it. I changed. I made it a whole different situation. So, and I just made it the first song out because I wanted the people to know that this is going to be something different. You're not going to get you're not going to get, the typical type of music. You're going to get something different. So that came out first. People like it, and I'm glad they do. I'm glad they love the album. I'm happy, and I'm already on to the next phase for this. For the project. So there's so many different things I want to do and work on. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I can't, I can't strain myself. Trying to do many and multiple different things. So, hey, that's the one album. I did a showcase performing the song live, the album live. I didn't perform Venus, but I did do all. I didn't do Looking Back. I didn't do Venus, but I did the other 3 songs, and I've done a ton of other songs as well that that are not in the project live on stage. I did want to do Looking Back. I did want to do Venus, but I didn't. I was not here that night vocally. I was really, really sick when I did that. Did the album release showcase. I was really sick when I did that showcase. So I did what I could that night, and I got an amazing response. People really, really thought I was really, really good, and I'm so glad that they really enjoyed the project and enjoyed the show. You know what I'm saying? So, the album release session I did. I did it. The showcase was 2 days before the album dropped. I did the session, the album release session, during the day of the album was released. I went on the Greg Sterler show. Pamela Zahn, she hosted the show. Her and Richard Viola, and we did this show together. It was amazing. It came out really, really good. I enjoyed it. I did 3 songs. I did same songs I did that night. Um, Destiny, I Saw Personality, um, and why. I was not. We tried to do a live stream on YouTube, not YouTube, live stream on Facebook, but it was just like some technical difficulties, which is just unfortunate. We wanted everybody to hear everything, and see everything live before it was uploaded on YouTube. So we did the part. So I did that, and yeah, I just wanted to celebrate and just welcome the project. And I did, whether I was sick or not, whether I was locally here or not. I did the best I could, and I still got great responses. So I'm happy about it. What's next? Well, the Buffalo and Freshman Festival is coming up. If you're in Buffalo, or you want to come to Buffalo and see the Buffalo and Freshman Festival, it will be happening late July, early August. Um, the date's not set yet, especially on the shows that I'm doing. They're still gathering everybody's information and um, trying to figure out dates and times for everybody. We don't have anything yet, but we should have something at least by June. So next month, hopefully, I have another show booked for queer artists, black queer artists of color. Um, so that I have those going on, a couple other things going on as well. Something I do not want to discuss right now. Cause I don't feel like it's the proper timing. If you must know, I am working on the next project, 2 projects as we speak. For actually 3. I just did one right now. So this is one of the projects, for this EP. I have 2 other ones coming through, and you can pretty much guess what they are. If you don't know, you will know, and you will find out. Um, Thank you. This is Jay Aquarius 1.